Greetings, everyone. So so sorry about the Jujutsu Kaisen episode 14 review. Bit, 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 being a day late. But yes, everyone, the phenomenon that is Jujutsu Kaisen is back. And guys, I do have to say, the episode 14, which basically does kick off the exchange event between Jujutsu Tech and the principal Garaki school. Um, it it basically starts out with Mahito, Gendo, and Gojo basically all reconvening at like this secret hot spring where luckily most of Jogo's body has managed to regenerate, and Jogo and Mahito basically talk about how both of their plans to get Sukuna onto their side kind of both didn't work very well, and Mahito says, Sukuna and his vessel are now my natural enemies, and everything was going great with my plan at first, until I found especially when I found out I had a new toy, and that new toy is in fact referring to Junpei. But then Jogo and Mahito basically say that, or Mahito basically says, maybe you should have let Junpei talk one more time. That way, Yuji would have been forced to make a pact with Sukuna. And it would have worked better that way. And then Gento says, no. Every pact that a normal person makes with a curse has to be a pact that they cast themselves and put on their self at their own free will. So Mahito's plan wouldn't have worked at all. And then Jogo basically says, I think we'll have to go back to Geto's original plan, which is to basically wait for Jujutsu Tech to basically gather all of Sukuna's fingers, and that's why Geto and Jogo originally let Jujutsu Tech get hold of the 6 current fingers of Sukuna that they have now. The only thing is, Geto and the others want know that the higher ups are having trouble dealing with Yuji as Sukuna's new vessel, and normally the higher ups would have waited until they collected all of Sukuna's figures for Yuji to ingest them. But the exception to that rule is Gojo Sensei. So that's their part, guy. Basically thinking of another plan of what to do. And then and then uh Negami and Gojo, since they are are basically sitting around the office, and Gojo Sensei is basically bored out of his mind, the, trying to think of something cool to do, which Negami is having none of. And but 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 he also asked Gojo Sensei to sort of keep up that idiotic facade, because Yuji is going to need that from this point forward, especially because they haven't told Yuji that Junpei's corpse did in fact have another finger of Sukuna within it, and or actually that yeah, that Junpei actually had a finger of Sukuna inside him. And then Yuji comes in, barging in, and says, "Oh man, we still haven't told anybody that I'm actually really alive. What are we gonna do?" And then Gojo Sensei basically takes a page out of Guy Sensei's book and says, "You just relax, Yuji, and leave everything to me. Let's just go with the flow." And then and then Kurosaki, Megami, and Panda, Maki, and and basically the rest of the Jujutsu Tech um, contestant for the school tournament event, ba- ba- basically encountered the student from the other competing school, and 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 that includes uh Toto, that same weird guy that basically kicked Megami's ass, because let's remember, guys, if Toto doesn't like your taste in women, he'll obliterate you. And then so while all this is happening, and Toto and the rest of the other schools contestants basically size up everybody. Kurosaki is basically the one that's really mad because Panda Zeni Maki basically say, what are you doing, Nabara, with all that luggage? And then Kurosaki's like, "Oh, I thought we were heading towards the other school to do the tournament." But what they don't know is the other competing school is actually coming to Jujutsu Tech to hold the event, because Panda explains that it it where the event is held each time usually depends on the location of the last school that won. But even though Jujutsu Tech didn't enter this year, or last year rather, the event was still decided to be held at Jujutsu Tech. And then Como which is sort of like leader of the principal Garaki's schools uh, basically tells Toto to basically calm down. After Toto says once again, "Oh, you guys are getting on my nerves. I'm tired of your distaste in women." Uh, and that includes you, old man. After Principal Garagi basically tells everybody that in his school's team that 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 now that everybody knows that Yuji is alive and that is accomplished by Gojo Sensei basically r- running up to everybody basically on the pier bridge with these like little pink statues or, or, or originally they kind of look like those little pink flowers that pink flower necklaces that somebody would get at like um at like maybe a luau in Hawaii or something, but they ended up to be like little statues that are supposed to protect everybody for the competition, and then Yuji comes out of the box like kind of the big surprise because up until now everybody again let's remember it's actually been 2 months since Yuji's been brought back to life and nobody knows and and everybody from Jujutsu Tech side ba- 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 basically makes um Yuji the village fool for a few minutes by making everybody up by making him place his head in this kind of like frame thing to look like an idiot because he really is one for having to keep it a secret that he's been alive for this long. Because let's remember, guys, no, nobody actually knows that for right now, Mahito's been defeated. Um, so basically, guys, Principal Garachi or however you say the other school's principal's name, and Principal Yaga basically meet each other. And Principal Yaga explains that the exchange event will basically be held over two days, and the first event is a group battle race where a second grade demon has been released in the area, and the first team to get to the designated area and destroy the cursed spirit and also deal with the other lower grade cursed spirits that have been released out of the area. Um, the 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 first team to 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 to, to destroy all curses and make it back wins. Um, thus it's called the demon excommunication race. Um, where um where there seems to be no rules and everybody is free of sabotage the other teams, but make no mistake that when it comes to actually fighting the curses in battle, that's when teamwork is required. And then and then to, to and then that's when the uh, Principal Garachi or however you say his name. I'll, I'll, I'll have to get back on the English show, guys, to learn how to pronounce the other principal's name. But he basically tells his team that 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 now that everybody knows that Yuji is alive and that he still has Sukuna's soul inside him, he's basically become a monster because you never know when Sukuna is going to be released. And and a- and the leader of the other school's team, uh, Chroma, Como, I think that's how you say it. Again, I'll have to wait for the English dub to get to episode 14. Says that 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 is that the only way to truly destroy somebody that uses curse to destroy somebody like Yuji or and Sukuna, is to actually take them out with cursed energy, or 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 or, or else there's a chance that they will come back to life. Although let yeah, and that's basically the episode, guys.